guys, welcome back to Inktober. We are now on day 8 and 9, and I'm finally catching back up with my Inktober videos, so I'm hoping to be back on a regular schedule soon, but we'll just have to see. But either way, let's go ahead and jump into today's topic, which was submitted by Archangel Dark 27 and a couple other people, but I thought I'd just capture this one comment. Can you talk about how you were growing in your own style since you were a child? That would be helpful. So I have a lot of people ask me pretty consistently, how do you develop your own artist style and look? And how did I specifically develop my own artist style and look? And it's kind of an interesting or different experience for everyone. So how I develop might be similar to how you make your own style, but there's not really a set method. For me, my style is heavily influenced by different artists that I adore, admire, or different shows that I grew up watching, and just kind of combining all of them together. So when I was younger and through high school, I was really drawn to certain comics and anime and shows, and I would draw those characters a lot. I know in middle school, I drew a lot of like Marvel comics because I was super into Spider-Man and a bunch of other comics like that. And then I would look up any book or anything I'd get a hold of that had like dragons or animals or creatures, and I would draw those. And then when my friend introduced me to anime in 7th grade, specifically, I started reading the Fruits Basket manga and watching the anime. I was heavily influenced by that, and I just tried to crank out as much anime and manga drawings as I could, and that really influenced my style in the long run. Along with that, Avatar: The Last Airbender was out during, I think it was my early years of high school. I think it was freshman, sophomore year when it was released. So I absolutely loved the Avatar: The Last Airbender series and Legend of Korra, and I would have to say that's one of the biggest influences on my style. But in terms of like developing my style since I was a kid, I would have to say my style is a combination of things that I like to draw. Like I used to draw Naruto characters and Legend of Korra characters and whatever anime I was watching, cartoons, like I would watch Dexter's Lab and Powerpuff Girls, and I would always draw all of those characters. And then there was like all the classic Nickelodeon shows like Hey Arnold, Doug, and all those other ones, and I used to draw those all the time. So my style, I think, is just a combination of all the influences I had when I was younger. The combination of shows, comics, maybe even like art that I saw around me. My mom's an artist, so I would try to draw what she draws, so on and so forth. It's just making your style is kind of a combination of everything that influences you and inspires you. So even going along with that, it's hard to say, there's not really a set way to develop your own style. I guess my main advice for artists that are trying to find their look and their style in art is to kind of just go with what feels right. What I define as an artist style is something that you kind of fall into and like to draw. For example, I don't draw my characters like Marvel Comics anymore because I personally don't like drawing in that fashion. I've kind of developed into how I draw just because that's how I like to do it. I don't know if this is as helpful as you guys might have thought, but that's kind of the long and short of it, at least for how I see it, is you find a way that you like to draw, whether it's taking inspiration from multiple shows and comics and things, or it's just something that you happened upon and you just continue drawing like that, and that just becomes your style. And trust me, styles change and evolve as you go. Like, one of these days I'm going to bust out all of my old sketchbooks, all of my old art, and even art from just a year ago for me is completely different from how I draw now. Your style will continually change and grow and evolve as your skills do. For example, when I was younger, it was a lot easier to draw very simple cartoony style because I didn't know human anatomy, I didn't know animal anatomy, so I had this one set way of drawing and it was easy for me, and it was not even like the style that I do now, nothing close to what I do now. it just takes a lot of time to evolve your skills and get into a comfortable style and look, but it also is gonna change. So even if you establish one way that you draw, next year it's probably gonna be completely different. That's why I kind of always fall back on the argument that your style is just a way that you draw that you like and you feel comfortable with. And another thing that I think is important to say that I would really like to tell you guys, because I get this question a lot, and I want to make sure you guys know, it's not really crucial for you to make a solid set in stone style, no matter where you are in your career. Even if you're like a full-time professional artist or just starting, don't beat yourself up if you don't have a set look and style. You know, it's good to kind of draw consistent and have certain looks, especially with client work, but if you're not really there yet and not in a professional setting where you have to keep your style consistent, I don't think you need to pressure yourself into being like, oh man, I don't have my look. You know, just leave it open, let it evolve on its own, let it grow with you as an artist, and let it grow with your skills, and just see where it goes. I think a lot of people put way too much pressure on themselves to find their look or their style, because so many people have really iconic looks like Avatar or Homestuck. Like, there's different things that have their look that's recognizable, but you don't know how long it took that artist to develop that look. It took years of drawing and evolving, and even if that's an established style for that franchise, it's probably gonna change for that artist in a couple years, just because, you know, styles change with skills and experience. So I hope this helped you guys. I know this wasn't the easy answer of, yes, this is how you establish a style and this is the perfect solution. It's not really an easy thing to do. You just have to let it grow with you and develop with you as an artist. So thanks again, guys, for stopping by and checking out this video. And if you like this video, you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I have new videos every week. And if you have a topic that you would like me to talk about during my Inktober episodes, please feel free to leave it down in the comments below or shoot it to me on Twitter. So thanks again, guys, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody.